almost got to second base. What is up, Pirates fans? Welcome back to another hot day of baseball out here in East San Antonio. We're about ready to go. Pirates versus Texas 12. 2 p.m. Game time. Official start time is 2:15. I'm going to go through the starting lineup real quick defensively for the Pirates. Parker's on the mound. Luke's behind the plate. Travis is at third. Brenner's at short. Dash is at second. Preston's at first. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. All right, that's unfortunate, folks. Actually, it's not unfortunate. It's fortunate that Parker got a strike there, but before the game, I told him I wouldn't be disappointed if he threw that high and tight the first pitch, but he didn't listen to me, so that's all right. Down low for ball one. In the outfield, Kelby's in left, Henry's in center, and Will is in right. So that's your defensive lineup for the Pirates.
Hey, boys.
Parker takes a long look in. He comes set. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul back. Strike two. Luke didn't see it. Had a chance for a rebound, but didn't see it.
Is this the first batter?
Yes. 2-2. Well, it's a special day in Pirates baseball, folks. We got 3 birthdays today. So happy birthday to the best one of them, my son, Everett Poole. Secondary to Everett are Allison Brockman and Emily Pittman. I'm just kidding. They're not secondary. Happy birthday to all 3 of y'all. It's outside, ball 3. Everett's turning 9. The 2 ladies just turned 29. So
Happy birthday.
full house here, folks. That's hit high out into center field. Henry makes his way back. The ball's hanging up, and Henry makes the catch at the wall for the first out. Great catch there by Henry. Hit straight over his head. If there was a warning track here in East San Antonio, that would have been on the warning track, but there's not, so it was just kind of close to the fence. 1 up, 1 down. That's on the outside corner for strike one. Hit softly to the right side. Dash making his way into shallow right. Makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for the Pirates. It's down low for ball 1. Got a lefty on lefty matchup here. Hits softly off the handle. Dash makes his way, bare hands it, fires a strike for the 3rd out. So great play there by Dash. 2 great plays by Dash, actually, on the pop-up, and then that soft one off the hands took Dash up the middle. He had to bare-hand it off the hop. Fired a strike to Preston at first for out number 3. So much like yesterday, Parker only uses I think 10 pitches that inning. I think he used 9 the first inning yesterday in game 1. So only 10 pitches that inning. Good start for the Pirates. We head into the bottom of the 1st, tied at 0. Well, folks, we're glad you're joining us on the air. You made a good decision if you're listening rather than making your way out to East San Antonio. It is hot out here. I think it's, I don't know, 91, but it feels like 137. There's a wind, there's at least a breeze, but it feels like a furnace blowing in our faces. So if you want to come sweat, come on out. If you are comfortable in your home, just keep watching from your home. Pirates went 2-0 on the day yesterday. They are the #1 seed coming into this game, playing the #4 seed, Texas 12. Texas 12 uniforms look eerily similar to the Texas A&M Aggies. So I'm not saying they copied, but I'm kind of saying they copied. A&M has something weird with the 12th man, too. I don't fully understand it. I don't fully understand most Aggie things, if I'm being totally honest. I love all my Aggie friends, but, yeah, you know, a little strange. A little strange coming out of Aggie land.
Yeah, take it.
All right, here we go, folks. Ty, the hit guy, is leading off, followed by Brenner. And I don't know who's in the hole, but we'll tell you whenever he comes up on deck. We're going to be having Razorback baseball updates today as well. The Hogs are playing the Tennessee Volunteers as we speak. Hogs won 4-3 last night, looking to punch their ticket to the College World Series. All right, here we go. Ty stands in. Inside ball one. All right, score update to the Arkansas-Tennessee game. Here's the pitch. Ty hits that one to the shortstop. Shortstop boots it. Ty is going to be safe, no throw. So good job there, Ty, to hustle down the line. Reaches on the air. All right, update, Arkansas-Tennessee. Top of the first inning, tied at 0. Hogs are actually the visiting team despite this game being played in Fayetteville. They got a runner on first, 2 outs. So there's your score update for now. Ty gets his lead on first. Pitcher takes a look over. Throw to first is not in time. All right, so our goal today is to see, hold on, here's the pitch. Here's the throw down, is not in time. Safe at second. Good throw there by the catcher, who stands 6'2", weighing 225, but he can throw the ball. Ball one to Brenner. I'm just kidding. The catcher's not 6'2", 225. The pitch, that's upstairs for ball 2.
Brenner, stay in the box if he steals.
Ty's on second base. Brenner's got a 2-0 count. Travis is on deck now. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Throw back to second is not in time. 2-1 count to Brenner. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Brenner a little bit behind that fastball. 2-2 count. Probably going to be looking at a curveball on this pitch. We'll see. Nope. Up high, ball 3. So full house. That's what we've decided to call full counts now, since we heard that umpire do that a couple tournaments ago. Here's the pitch. Brenner hits that one. That's going to get down for base hit out into left field. Good piece of hitting there by Brenner. Hanging with that changeup and hitting it out into left field. So that brings up Travis, a.k.a. the Rock Jock. He wants to be a geologist. Brenner's on first, Ty's on third, nobody out. Count is evened up at 2-2. Pitcher's now working out of the windup. That's down low. Ball 3. Full house. There's the full house pitch. That's hit kind of softly to shortstop. Ty's going to score. Shortstop boots it again, and everybody's safe. So Pirates score the first run of the game on Travis reaching on the air. That's what happens when you put the ball in play, folks. Mistakes can happen. Texas 12 coach calls time. When we get back in the action, KP Kelby Pittman's going to be up. He's not wearing batting gloves today. He was last night, probably because it was cold last night, and he didn't want those hands to get cold. I'm just kidding. It was anything but cold last night, folks. All right, so here's a game we're going to play today on the broadcast. We're going to try and find how many multiples of 12 are on the Texas 12. The pitcher is the first one that I see. He's number 24. That's a multiple of 12. Here's the pitch. Kelby squares around a bunt. Fake bunt, steal, throw down his Brenner in the helmet. He's okay and safe. That pitch was in there for a strike. Good job, Kelby, showing the fake bunt, making it difficult for the catcher to see that pitch. So runners on second and third, still nobody out. Pirates lead 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The first baseman is number 13. That is not a multiple of 12, but 12 plus 1 equals 13, so it's close. I think the center fielder is number 12. He might be number 15. If he's number 12, that's also a multiple of 12. So we're going to keep working that theme. Looking for multiples of 12. If you can see them from the screen, let me know if I miss one. Text me. Call me. Maybe. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Strike 2. Anybody want to name that artist? You get a prize too. Call me maybe. Kelby's got a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouls a curveball off to stay alive. Here's the pitch. Kelby hits that one to the right side. That's going to score a run. So Kelby with a good piece of hitting there, gets a ground ball to the right side, getting the job done, driving in a run. Pirates lead 2-0, 1 out. Travis is on third base. That brings up Parker. Parker stands in. Third baseman is pinched in, so I don't think he's going to try and bunt, but we'll see. Be a safety squeeze if he does. Parker lays off that one, but it's in there for outside corner for a called strike. Well, in case you can't tell from the screen, we're playing on both a turf and grass field. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The infield is all turf, including the mound and home plate, and the outfield is grass. So turf and grass field out here in East San Antonio. Softball chants are alive and well. Curveball. Parker hits that on the ground to the pitcher. Travis is going on the play. He slides in safely for the 3rd run of the inning. So Parker gets the RBI, and the Pirates lead 3-0. Good base running. Good heads-up base running there by Travis. Good job, Parker, putting pressure on the pitcher to make a good throw. He didn't have a chance to look Travis back, so Travis was able to go as soon as he threw the ball, as soon as he picked up the ball. That brings up Luke Lunar-Landers. Here's the pitch. Curveball's in the dirt for ball 1. Chance of Luke hits Nukes. Coming from the dugout. That's in there for a strike. All right, we've got the first answer of our ad hoc trivia game. That song was by Carly Rae Jepsen. So correct answer has been said. We'll try and sprinkle some more lyrics in today somehow. Give you guys a chance to answer. Good job, Kelly Akers, getting that one right. Here's the pitch. Fouled off for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, Pirates lead 3-0. Here's the pitch. Curveball for ball 3. Full house. Upstairs, ball 4. So good at bat there by Luke. Drawing a 2-out walk. That brings up Will the Thrill Hall. He's going to be looking to hit something hard somewhere in a gap. Luke gets a healthy lead on first base. Throw back over. Not in time. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. Luke takes his lead. Pitcher takes a look over at Luke. Will hits that one foul into the batting cages behind the third base dugout. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside. Ball 1. Throw over first. Luke is back in plenty of time. Volleyball is on the field, folks. Coach Robert throws it back. Hits the dugout. I don't think he's going to get a chance at the over 35 men's volleyball team. Haven't seen him jump, so I don't know. Maybe he can really jump, but based on that toss back, he's not making the team. Here's the pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Luke is stealing, throw down, not quite in time. This catcher has a very good arm. He's kind of slow in his delivery, like his release, but He's got a good arm, so he speeds up that release. I think he may throw a couple of us out today. Will stands in. Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Full house. Will has now seen 3 curveballs this at bat. Luke gets his lead on second. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Pirates lead 3-0. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Will goes down on strikes, but not before the Pirates do some damage. They score 3 runs on only 1 hit, couple of errors. They leave 1 man stranded. We head into the top of the second inning. Pirates 3, Texas 12-0. All right, folks, update on the Pirates sign stealing scandal of 2025. We're calling it Signgate 2025. We had to change a little bit of our tactics on stealing signs yesterday because of the walkie-talkie that the Banditos coach had. We hadn't seen that before, but we're pretty high-tech here at Pirates baseball, so we found a way to steal signs despite the fact that they had a walkie-talkie. Texas 12 doesn't know what they're in for with our sign-stealing capabilities here, folks.
Wait, was there really sign stealing?
There was really sign stealing going on. Coach was trying to use a walkie-talkie to prevent it. It did not work. We still beat them 11-2, just to clarify. So we're not going to tell you our methods, but we're going back to our old methods. Texas 12 is old school. They're just calling the pitches from giving signs, to the face. Typically, when a coach is calling the pitches, he's just touching his face for various signs, but not the Banditos. They were sneaky. They were using a walkie-talkie, but that didn't slow us down. All right, a couple defensive changes for the Pirates. Parker's still on the mound, but Travis has made his way behind home plate. Ties at third. Dash has moved over to short. Kelby's at second. Preston is at first. Clint is in right. Brenner is in center. That almost rhymes. If you don't say the T on center, it does rhyme. And Henry's in left. Not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed that Parker didn't listen to me. I gave him the advice to go high and tight on the first batter, just to set the tone. But he didn't listen. That's okay. He had a great inning last inning, only threw 11 pitches, so it's a good thing that he didn't listen to me. But nonetheless, here we go. This hitter is number 54. That is not a multiple of 12, in case you are math challenged at home. Parker comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
There you go, Parker.
All right, folks, I'm not sure, but it looks like the Texas 12 have a Boston Red Sox patch on their sleeve. It's on their left sleeve. It looks like they got a Boston Red Sox pitch. That pitch is in there for ball 1. So I guess they're confused as to whether they support the Aggies or the Red Sox. I guess you can support both. Here's the pitch. That's hit off the hands to Dash at short. He fields it, double pumps, fires a strike for the first out of the inning.
Way to go, Dash!
And the boys successfully take it around the horn. Brings up number 26, also not a multiple of 12. Here's the pitch. It's hit softly to Dash again. He fields it on the run. Preston was able to keep his foot on the bag as he caught it, out number 2.
Way to go, Bubba!
Great play there by Preston, keeping his foot on the bag just long enough to catch the ball. Parker working quickly through this inning. That brings up field. Henry gets down on one knee to field that. Just being safe, folks. Just being safe, you know? That's the first base hit of the game for the Texas 12 by number 27, which is a multiple of 9, which is the number of players on a baseball diamond. Parker with his really good move over to first.
Sorry, folks, I got to be real sneaky. There's the on-deck batter right here, so I can't tell you that that's his bad move, but it was his bad move.
Parker comes set. Throw over to first, not in time. Good dig there by Preston. Number 24 is up. That is a multiple of 12, folks. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Parker comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. All right, had my first hop water of the day, folks. It was a tasty one. Very refreshing on a hot day. If you haven't tried hop water, give it a shot. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. So Parker looking to work his way all the way back. He was down 3-0, now he's down 3-1. Gonna try and come all the way back and get this out. Here's the pitch. Change up, strike 2, fouled off. Preston also goes down to a knee to field that off the wall. So we got a full house now, folks. Parker comes set, throws it over to first base. Good move there. But base runner did a good job of getting back, reading that move and getting back to the base. There's the pitch. That's hit high behind third base. Kai going back. He gets underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Pirates, Texas 12 scores no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 man stranded. We head into the bottom of the 2nd inning. Pirates 3, Texas 12, 0. There's number 37. That would have been cool if he was 36 because that would be a multiple of 12. I feel like if you play on the Texas 12, your jersey has to be, your number has to be a multiple of 12. That would be fun. All right, let's get a score update, folks. Let's see how the Hogs are doing. From the stat team, it's still 0-0. It's showing commercials on my YouTube TV, but I haven't really been paying close attention. So we're going to trust the stat team on that. 0-0. They're not yet in Omaha. If they win today, they will make it to Omaha. They will be the Omahogs.
Did you just make that up?
I did not just make that up, folks. I wish I was that clever. That's been around for a long time.
Oh, because they've been a lot? A lot-ish.
Hogs have been, if they make it this time, this will be their 12th time in school history. So while not a lot, while not as much as maybe LSU, they're still playing this year. So, you know, I kid. Hey, we got to talk trash here on KNOW. We're not talking trash. We're not doing our job. Looks like a couple of defensive changes for the Texas 12. The giant behind the plate is not behind the plate anymore. Henry Poole is leading off for the Pirates. He's going to be looking to get on base. Clint is going to follow Henry. And then I don't know who's after that. Still don't think I've gotten a lineup yet this season. Henry stands at the very back of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball one. Pitcher's working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one. That's going to get down for a base hit out into right field. And Henry is on with the leadoff single. So good piece of hitting. He gets jammed, but able to fight it off over the first baseman's head for a base hit. So Pirates, much like last inning, get their leadoff hitter on, looking to score some runs. Brings up Clint, a.k.a. Clinto Bean. Henry gets his lead, takes a step back, it takes off, pitches in there for a strike, no throw. Henry slides in safely because there was no throw. Clint's been hitting the ball hard lately. See if he can do it again, hit something to the right side. Should score a run. Well, that was first time we've seen the spin move in a long time. I think we've maybe seen that once or twice before, but Henry doing a good job of reading it and getting back. Here's the pitch. Clint hits that chopper back to the pitcher. Henry's going to advance to third on the play. Clint is out, and Clint gets the job done. That brings up Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack, despite him not wearing his Lumberjack gloves anymore. That throw to third gets to the screen, and Henry's going to score for the fourth run of the game. So Pirates lead 4-0.
That's a cool chair. I love it.
Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball.
I love it. It lays on back. You said what? Loosen it right here and it'll like lay down. No way.
Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 count to the Lumberjack. We're going to have to come up with a new nickname. Maybe Blackjack. Preston Blackjack Chisholm. I kind of like that one. Those batting gloves look pretty sweet, but I'm partial to the Lumberjack gloves, but he's feeling those black gloves, so we'll go with that. They match his shoes. He must have gotten a deal. Here's the pitch. Preston hits that one foul for strike two. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Outside. Ball two. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for strike three. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. It brings up Dash, a.k.a. the Shepherd. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball one. Dash is not wearing any batting gloves today. Here's the pitch. Fouled off for strike one. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of partial to no batting gloves. So I appreciate the boys that don't wear them. That's upstairs for ball two. But I also appreciate the boys that wear them. Nothing against batting gloves. I'm just partial to no batting gloves. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. Curveball is in there for a strike. That's the first curveball this pitcher's thrown for a strike this game. Here's the pitch. Dash hits that one hard to the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Dash is on with a 2-out single. Hard hit ball to the left side. That brings us back to Ty, the hit guy. Looking to keep this 2-out rally that Dash just started going. Dash has a healthy lead on first. He does not go. Shaking his head. My guess is he probably had the steal sign, but didn't get a good jump. 1-0. Dash gets his lead. He takes off. Ty, take was on all the way. Throws down. It's a good one. Dash chose not to slide. It's a good thing that the throw was a short hop and not a long hop. I think Dash probably still would have beat it, but he didn't want to get those pants dirty. They're black pants when we're playing on turf, folks. In case you didn't get that joke, I'll just explain it for you.
Not worth it.
Move back to second. Goes into center field, but the center fielder's right there, so Dash unable to advance. So Ty looking to hit something hard in a gap will score a run. Base hit will score a run. Doesn't even need to be in a gap. Here's the pitch. I was going to say, I thought that was a balk, but pitch doesn't count, folks. 2-0, that was a balk. I thought it was, but I wasn't going to yell it out because that's not really nice. They are only 11. Throw over to third base. The last time he did that, we scored a run. So, not this time. Third baseman able to catch it. Here's the pitch. Ty hits that one high into right field. That's probably going to drop. It does. It drops fair. So Ty, little bloop single to the right side, gets the job done, and the Pirates lead 5-0. So coach is making his way out to the mound. We might have a pitching change here, folks. We are going to have a pitching change. And the large kid is coming in to throw. So he is large, folks. Yeah, I think this was the giant catcher that was playing catcher last inning. He looks like he's going to throw pretty hard. Doesn't look like he really looks at the target as he delivers the pitch. Looks like his head kind of turns to the left. But we'll steal the signs. Don't worry, folks. We'll be knowing what he's throwing. Sorry, folks. Water break for Henry. I packed a little cooler. I was going to bring my Yeti cooler, but it broke. It's getting replaced under warranty, thankfully. So it's going to get replaced under warranty.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing. Did he swing? Yeah, he did. Almost walked into it. All right, folks, sorry for the technical difficulty. We lost sound there for a minute, but our IT department was on it like they always are. We got it fixed. Travis went down swinging. The Pirates scored, I believe, 2 runs. Let me check real quick. Sorry, 3 runs on 2 hits. They left 1 man stranded. They lead 6-0. All right, defensively, got some more changes. Parker is still on the mound. Dash is behind the plate. Ty's at third. Brenner's at short. Luke's at second. Preston's at first. Clint is in right. Henry is in center. And Will is in left. All right, folks, puppy update. My wife's not listening right now because she had to go to a kid's birthday party. So the original taker of the puppy backed out. So puppy is available again for anybody who might want him. He's a sweet dog, I can assure you of that. So anybody who wants to take the puppy can. She can't tell me no. She did tell me last night, though, if I gave away the puppy, I had to leave too. But I don't think she's going to hold me to that, so we're still giving the puppy away. All right, here we go. Back in the action. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Foul tip for strike 1. Good job there by the Dash hanging on to it. If it was strike 3, that would have been an out. Here's the pitch. Guys, a full super regional update here in a minute. We got to get a break in the action. Oh, we got a break in the action because second base was not where it needed to be. We got 3 folks trying to figure out where it goes. Hopefully they get it right. If not, it won't be the end of the world, but it looks right from here. 1-2 count. It's hit hard, but right at Ty, who catches it on the line drive for out number 1. Number 17 also not pulled 12. Here's the pitch. Swing. Upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch. That's hit softly, straight up in the air. Ty over, catches it in foul territory for out number 2. That was really good defensive work there by the Pirates. Parker broke on the ball, probably could have caught it, but that is the third baseman's play. So Ty called him off, came in, made the catch. Good defensive work there by the Pirates, Ty and Parker. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 1.
Here's the pitch. It's hit softly to Luke. Takes a weird hop. He fields it, throws it, but not in time. So that took a really weird, gigantic hop. And Luke did a good job to knock it down, but couldn't make the throw in time. So Texas 12 get a runner on base with 2 outs. Brings up number 31, also not a multiple of 12. I believe it's a prime number, though. Parker throws over to first, not in time. I don't know. Anybody in the listening audience out there, if you know whether 31's a prime number, let me know. You can't look on your phone. You just got to know it. I'm pretty sure 31 is a prime number. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. You know, prime number, if you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't. 17 is a prime number. He was up, I think he was the second out of the game. That's out off for strike 2. Hit down the third base line for a base hit. That's going to get to the fence. Will is out there. He picks it up. Fires it in. Nope. And Texas 12 have their first run of the game. So good piece of 2-strike hitting there by the Texas 12 hitter.
That was a great hit. That's what you need to do.
Double down the line. Scores a run for Texas 12. Brings up number 15. 15 is not a prime number, folks. Courtesy runners, just a courtesy, guys. It's just a courtesy. Nothing wrong with them, just a courtesy. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. All right, folks, score update. Hogs still lead 2-0. They're interviewing the Tennessee coach yet again. They interview him like 3 times every game. It's kind of obnoxious. Here's the pitch. That's hit to Preston on the right side. It gets through to Clint. Clint's going to fire it in. Good job there by Preston cutting off. Good job by Clint getting it in quickly, holding the run. So Hogs still lead 2-0. Tennessee coach is getting interviewed yet again, and we've got runners on the corners with 2 outs here in East San Antonio. Pirates lead 6-1. Here. So, sorry folks, confusion. Parker started his pitch, but he was trying to be polite and not throw a pitch. The batter was not ready, but he was in the batter's box. So there's a balk. Unfortunate. So run counts. Runner on first moves to second. Pirates lead 6-2. Runner on second base has a small lead. That's on the outside corner for a strike.
All right, Parker.
Here's the pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1. Parker finally listened. 3 innings into the game, and he finally throws one high and tight. But hey, at least he listened that time. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 1-2 count.
Here we go, Pirates.
This is number 11 at bat. 11 is a prime number as well. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Dash fires a strike. Good throw there by Dash. Runner safe though. Full house. Here's the pitch. It's hit high out into center field, right center field. That's going to get out of here for a home run. So that kid hit that a long way. Foul ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Parker comes back. That's great pitching right there. He comes back after giving up a home run and strikes out the next hitter. Texas 12 score 4 runs on 3 hits. They don't leave anybody stranded. We head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pirates 6, Texas 12, 4. All right, let's go around the Super Regionals, folks, give you an update. The Louisville Super Regional, Louisville won their game today, and they punched their ticket to the College World Series. In the Corvallis Super Regional, that is tied up 1-1. Oregon State won the first game. Florida State won the second game. They play again at 9 o'clock tonight to decide who goes to the World Series. The Chapel Hill Super Regional, Arizona lost game 1, 18-2, but came back and won game 2 and 3, and they eliminated number 5 North Carolina. The Auburn Super Regional, Coastal Carolina won both games. Auburn is eliminated. In the LA Super Regional, UCLA game one over UTSA. They play, they must have just started. They play at 3 p.m. today, so they just started. The Durham Super Regional, just down the road from Chapel Hill. Duke won game 1. Murray State won game 2. They play game 3 tomorrow to see who goes to the Super Regional. In the Baton Rouge Super Regional, LSU beat West Virginia 16-9. Not a whole lot of defense played in that game, game 1, but LSU was the victor. They play tonight at 6. LSU win. If LSU wins, they go to the Super Regional. If they lose, there's going to be a Game 3 tomorrow. We gave you the Arkansas, Tennessee update. So that is it. We'll keep you posted. Shelby Pittman's at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Shelby fouls that one off for strike 2.
You got it, bud.
Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for called strike 3.
I thought that was going in the third.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Parker.
Because he's so tall.
Here's the pitch. Parker squares around a bunt. Strike 1.
Here we go, Pirates! Pump it up! Pump it up!
Swing and a miss for strike 2. All right, confusion on the call. Parker was able to check his swing. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs and outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That brings up Luke Lunar Landers. Outside, ball 1. It's upstairs, ball 2. Pitcher steps off, decides to go out of the windup instead of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 3.
Mom, who's winning? We are currently 64.
Here's the pitch. It's inside, so Luke draws a 2-out walk.
I'll give you my card, but if you come back with anything like that, Dad, can I have some money? I don't want you to have a bunch of candy. No soda. Water only. Water only. Dad already said you gotta give me two. Oh, Will first.
Luke takes off. Throw is good one, but the shortstop unable to field it. That was a really good throw. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. One count to Will the Thrill Hall. Pitcher comes set. He just balked, but they didn't call it. That's upstairs for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Will hits that one hard but foul and out of play. Two count, 2 outs. Luke's on second base. Here's the pitch. Will hits that one foul. Good bare hand play by Ben. Here's the pitch. Change up, way high. Ball 3. Full house.
Let's go. Come on, Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the pitch. Walks. That brings up Henry Poole. He is here. Henry going to be looking to hit something hard in a gap somewhere.
Just like last time, Hen.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 2.
Got it, Hen.
Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Pirates score no runs on no hits. They leave 2 men stranded. We head into the top of the 4th. Pirates 6, Katy, this is a Katy team, but they're Texas 12, 4. 6-4, folks. 6-4. Well, the momentum has certainly shifted. Pirates going to be looking to get the momentum back defensively this inning, looking for a shutdown inning. They still lead 6-4, but, I mean, if I'm being honest, they're kind of playing like they're losing. Need to see some spunk out of these guys. All right, defensively, Parker makes his way back out to the mound. Luke's behind the plate, ties at third. Dash is at short. That's hard to say fast. Kelby's at second. Travis is at first. Clint is in right. Brenner is in center, and Will is in left. All right, folks, about to get back in the action. Parker comes set. There's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball one.
Here we go, Pirates! Are you ready, Trevor? No. What happened? It broke and it fell. Put this thing back on the table.
Pitch is in there for ball two. Outside for ball three.
Just put it in your mouth.
Try not to get that on
Where's
your
the
face,
wrapper?
bud.
Get the wrapper.
That's outside for ball four. So Parker gives up a leadoff walk.
And hold it like that. And now eat it. Then throw it away and you're not buying it up. So figure it out or throw it away. One of the two.
Not sure what's happening, folks. Some frustration from the Texas 12 fans. I'm not sure what it was about. Here's the pitch. It's hit to Kelby at second. He flips it to Dash at first, second, and that's a double play. So great turn there. I didn't call it very well. I did not call that as well as the boys turned it. That is a 4-6-3 double play. Kelby to Dash to Travis. 2 outs. All right, figured out what the drama was about, folks. Here's the pitch. That's popped foul and out of play for strike one. The Texas 12 parents thought that Parker had thrown too many pitches. He has not. So we're back in the action. Here's the pitch. It's hit hard out into center field. Brenner making his way back, unable to come up with it. He's going to fire it into second base. There's going to be a play. Almost threw him out. So 2 out, double. I guess the official score is a double. 2 out double there for Texas 12. Got a runner on second base.
You got a pee?
Here's the pitch. That is hit out into left center. That's going to get to the fence. The run is going to score. Brenner going to get it in, but not in time.
Let's go, Pirates! Let's go! Let's go, Pirates! Let's go! Let's go, Pirates! Let's go!
So, Katy, Texas 12 score a run on back-to-back doubles. Pirates lead 6-5. We're going to have a pitching change.
Nice job, Parker!
Parker with a great game. Parker threw a great game. He went 3 2/3. I don't know all the stats, folks. Sorry, I was trying to figure it out, but I couldn't come up with all the stats. He pitched well. Pitched very well. So Henry is coming in. He went yesterday. This is kind of the same game plan Pirates had yesterday. Parker followed by Henry. It worked for him yesterday. We'll see if it works for him today. Henry comes in. He's going to inherit the base runner on second base. And he's got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Let's get a Razorback update, folks. Sorry, trying to pull it up. There is a pitching change in Fayetteville, so Tennessee bringing in a new pitcher. I don't really know what that means because I'm just catching up. I'm not sure if it's – nope, it is mid-inning, so that's good. That means the Razorbacks are doing some damage. Can't see the score yet, folks. ESPN has not put it up. Razorbacks have the bases loaded. I don't know how many outs or what the score is or what inning it is even, but I'm about to find that out. Okay, here we go. The Hogs lead 3-1 in the top of the 4th inning. They've got the bases loaded with 2 outs. We're about to get started here. About to get started here in East San Antonio. Runner on second base. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off with strike 1. Henry comes set, takes a look back at the runner on second. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, gets past Luke. Runner is going to advance. Hogs just hit a grand slam, folks. They lead 7-1. Sorry, that's exciting for me. Henry comes set. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Henry looks in. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. It's down low for ball 4. So Henry gives up a 2-out walk. Ben's making his way out to the mound. Not sure what he's telling him. I could speculate, but I'm not going to speculate. I think there's probably some kind of play being called there. We'll see what it is. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Pirates lead by a run here in the top of the 4th inning, 6-5. Henry comes set. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off, throws in the dirt. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. Oh, he wanted to call that a strike, and he didn't. Two-0. Here's the pitch. Softly hit pop fly to Dash at shortstop. Good change up there by Henry. Got him out on his front foot, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. We move into the bottom of the 4th inning. Pirates 6, Texas 12, 5. Well, that was an exciting inning, folks. Lots of excitement, a little bit of controversy, which makes for excitement. I love how intense 11U baseball gets. Because if you know, you know. 11U baseball really matters. It's actually going to determine the outcome of all these boys' lives. So, you got to win ball games, you know. If you don't win ball games, you're not going to have success in life. All right, folks, we're going to get started here in the bottom of the 4th. Clint, a.k.a. Clint O'Bean, is leading off. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. Pitcher's going to be working quick because the clock is ticking. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Clint doing a good job of getting his bat down as he ducks out of the way of that one. Clint's got hit by a pitch a lot this season. He did not get hit there. He could have, but he didn't. Down low for ball 2. 2-1 count to Clint O'Bean. Upstairs, ball 3. Clint ahead in the count, 3-1. It's a good place to be. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. Hit back to the pitcher. That's going to be an out. I don't know what that was. Like a kind of a taunting pump fake almost. I don't know if he was trying to taunt him or what he was trying to do, but pointed the ball at Clint and then threw it to first. That brings up Preston Blackjack Chisholm. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. This kid's been throwing hard for this Texas 12 team. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. A good cut there by Preston. Just a little bit late. It's upstairs for a ball. In the dirt, ball two. Two-two, one out, bottom of the fourth inning. Pirates lead 6-5. Looking to tack onto that lead here, get some insurance runs. It's a tough pitch to hit, and he's thrown that, I think, 3 times. He's gotten 3 Pirates looking on that fastball in the outside corner. That's a tough pitch to hit. Here's the pitch. Dash hits that one off the handle back to the pitcher, who fires it to first for the 3rd out. So Pirates score no runs on no hits because they were retired in order. We head into the top of the 5th inning. Pirates 6, Texas 12-5. It's a good ball game, folks. Glad you're hanging with us. We got 13 viewers on Game Changer. Let me check YouTube. Pirates. Henry's on the bump. Travis is behind the plate. Ty's at third. Brenner's at short. Kelby's at second. Preston's at first. Clint is in right. Parker is in center. And Luke is in left. Should be the last inning, folks. Maybe not, though. We've only been playing for an hour and a half at this point. There's an hour and 40 minutes. There's potential for this game to go all 6 innings. We're in the top of 5 right now. All right, Henry's on the rubber. He's working out of the windup here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Foul for strike 1. Changeup fouled out of play for strike 2. So Henry heading to count 0-2. Upstairs, ball 1. That is hit. Diving. No, man, I thought Ty had it. Line drive. Ty dove to his left. Got his glove to it, but couldn't hang on. That was a good effort there by Ty. Just couldn't come up with the play. So leadoff runner is on for the Texas 12. Henry throws over to first base. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. That is fouled down the third base line. for strike one. Henry got in on his hands on that one. Good throw. Good job with putting the tag down, but runner was safe because Brenner couldn't hold on to the ball. That's all right, though. Good effort there on all sides. So runner on second base, nobody out. Henry's got some work to do. Close this one out. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for ball two. No, sorry, not outside corner. That is outside for ball two. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball three. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Full house, folks. Full house. Six-5 ball game. Pirates lead, by the way. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt. Hits the umpire. Runner advances to third on the pitch, and the hitter draws a walk. So runners on the corners, nobody out.
Stay in the dugout.
Ben's making his way out to the mound. We're going to have a pitching change, folks.
Let's go, boys. Come on, Pirates.
Looks like Dash is coming in. Try and close this thing out. So Henry's day is done on the mound. Dash is going to come in, throw a lot of strikes, get a lot of outs. We just need 3.
Let's go, Dash.
Well, folks, it's still hot in case you were wondering. East San Antonio. At least the boys have a little bit of shade in both dugouts, so that's a good thing for them. We're under the shade, but it's hot. All right, folks, back in the action. Dash is on the bump. Everywhere else is still the same because he came off of the bench. Dash closed out game 2 last night. We're looking to do the same thing here. Fakes over to first base, no throw. Runners on the corners, no outs. Here in the top of the fifth, here's the pitch. But strike one. Great pitch there by Dash. Got him with the high heat. 1-1 count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. That's hit to Brenner. He fields it and gets the double play. So great play there by Brenner. That is exactly what the Pirates needed. Line drive, Brenner catches it on his toes. Runner on second, broke on the hit. Sorry, folks. Lots of noise here in the stands. The base runner broke on the hit ball and couldn't get back to second base in time. So 2 outs, 2 quick outs there. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, strike one. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Way to dig, Travis. Way to dig, boy.
1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's hit to the right side. Kelby fields it, throws it, and the Pirates get the out. And that, folks, is the ball game. Pirates win 6-5. We'll be back here at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then.